My name's Bill Hagee. I've been doing science and engineering revolving around the ocean my whole life. An El Nino event is really a global event, and it affects the patterns of the currents and correspondingly the climate for a year or so. Locally, what it will do, it will affect the temperature of the water, generally making the water warmer, and then causing the water to get nutrient poor. It's basically starved because it doesn't have the nutrition it needs. So watching El Nino underwater came to mind because since 2010, we started looking for abalone, white abalone, an endangered species. And sure enough, we found the first ones that had been found in like 15 years off of La Jolla. And then pretty soon we were able to find more between La Jolla and Point Loma. We found about 12 animals or so. But then what happened is in 2015-16, an El Nino event struck, and it decimated the kelp beds, particularly in the deeper water where these animals lived. With our GPS locations and so forth, we were able to literally go back to where those animals were, and instead of being a lush kelp forest like it had been in 2012 when we discovered them, it was a desert. There was no kelp forest, there was nothing, and our GPS was so accurate that we actually literally found the shell. So the Watching El Nino underwater has these cameras in 4 different locations. We don't know exactly what's triggering these events. So it's a bit of a mystery. What caused all of the animals to die in one spot and them to be okay in another spot that's literally a couple hundred meters away? So the idea of watching El Nino underwater is to try to learn what's going on. So these 4 cameras are out there. We'll swap them out. 1 month we put in 2 cameras, the next month we put in 2 more cameras, and then the 3rd month we will take 2 cameras back and put 2 new cameras out. And as a result, we'll have a continuous monitoring of all of these sensors and visuals for the length of time of an El Nino, which is about a year. And so hopefully the kelp survives and is fine, but possibly the kelp will be damaged and we will be able to see it. And one of the things that has been most gratifying in my career has been making time-lapse cameras. And this is a time-lapse camera. It's made with a simple key fob camcorder, which is incredible. And then I've written software and made a circuit board that controls it, so that when you take away the magnet, you'll see that in about 4 seconds this light will come on, and now it's taking a picture of this area here. Before they're deployed, we have to charge the batteries, we put in a new memory card, make sure it's clean, make sure the lens is clean, download the data if it has just been deployed, same with the data from the sensor. And then what we'll do is we go out in a small boat, and these cameras, these are 4 scuba diving lead weights. So this is 16 pounds of lead. So 16 pounds is a lot of weight actually. So it sits down on the bottom pretty solid, and it'll be down there for 2 months so that we can see changes over time. And we'll be careful when we swap out the cameras. We'll pick it up, move it to the side, and take the second one and put it right there, everything aimed the same, so it'll be like one continuous vision of what's going on. Once we swap the cameras, underwater, we'll do a transect take. We'll take a heading, go 50 meters, we'll just say due west. During that swim, we'll run video. We'll have that done every time. So every 2 months, you'll get a bigger picture than what's just in front of the camera. Then we'll pick up the camera that was just down there, bring it up to the surface, and then we'll take this back to the shop, dry it out, take the data card out. Hopefully we have pictures. We can download this data logger up to the computer, and then we'll have our temperature and our oxygen. Then kind of comes the work. I want to do some overlay graphics. We'll take the still images, turn them into a video. We will plot the oxygen and temperature stuff, and we'll take care of that data like a real scientific expedition. But This goal is to bring awareness to the general public. We're going to immediately put it out for people to watch. Normally you don't look out and see 60 feet, 50 feet, 70 feet deep underwater. But with this project you will have a continuous presence watching El Nino underwater. And instead of maybe seeing kelp wash up on the shore, you might see it and get torn up and torn out by a storm. Or you might see it grow and flourish. Since we're updating every couple of months, what we can do is bring it out to the public, YouTube, whatever kind of social media, to bring the attention to this situation going on. It'll be an ongoing event. So people can go, okay, what happened this month? And so it'll be around the 15th of each month, we'll have an update. We'll collect the data from this, including video. With some help, we can do some overlay graphics, like the phase of the moon, maybe the tides, maybe the temperature, maybe the oxygen levels, and we will put together movies. Hopefully people become interested and sort of attached to what's going on out there, and they'll want to know. Since it's a personal, privately funded, we don't have the big institutions we have to work through. We could just say, yes, you're a competent diver, help out, or you want to help do the editing, or help with the outreach, or the website development, whatever it is. To me, what's really important about this is, again, bringing people to watch it. I don't want to preach that this way or that way about the ocean. I want people just to see it. I want, here's the raw data. I'm a private citizen. I don't want it to be, yes, I'm Dr. So-and-so, let me tell you. It's, I'm a private citizen, let me show you what I'm seeing and share with you some thoughts. You know, what's cool about this project is it's taking on a life of its own. There are people who want to help do the work with the cameras. There's going to be, I think, a momentum that will happen. So maybe we could keep doing this for a year or 2 years or 3 years.